This list might be a little bit controversial. I don't know. Are my videos controversial? I don't think so, but Hello, welcome back to Classics with a Quirk, where I talk about contemporary and luxury designer items and brands with a touch of silliness. This is the kind of content that you find interesting. Please do like this video and subscribe for more of it. Thank you. With the Louis Vuitton price increase that just recently happened and predictions of another Louis Vuitton price increase on the horizon, I had several of you actually ask me what items I thought were still worth it, especially on some of the pieces that went up significantly in the last price increase. This is not a comprehensive list. I couldn't cover every single thing that Louis Vuitton offers, but this is just a list of several pieces, especially some popular pieces that I think are still worth it in the Louis Vuitton line. This list might be a little bit controversial. I don't know. Are my videos controversial? I don't think so, but because I do mention items that did go up and some items that did go up by not a small amount of money considering what the item is. But I have reasons for what I did include, so I'm going to just go through those for you now. First item I think is still worth it are the Speedy bandoliers, specifically the 25 and the 30 size. The 25 sells for $16.50 and the 30 size sells for $16.80, so not a really big difference there, only $30. So now some people might say, oh, it's only a $30 difference, I'm definitely going to get the bigger bag, but I think that you really should think less about how many dollars an item is versus what type of bag you actually use. If you're more of a smaller bag person, even if it's only a $30 difference to get the bigger bag, you might as well get the Speedy 25 because you'll get more use out of it. In the same vein, you might as well get the Speedy 30 if you're a bigger bag person because it's a bigger bag and it's only a $30 difference, you know? That being said, why do I think the Speedy bandolier is worth it for $16.50 or $16.80? Well, the Speedy, as pretty much everybody will agree, an incredibly classic Louis Vuitton item. It's kind of a staple to the brand and it's been around for a very long time. However, I think the Speedy bandolier is really an excellent updated version because it gives you that crossbody or shoulder strap that allows you to carry it not just top handle. And especially with the 30, just top handle or crook of the arm, I think for me would get very tiring, and I would like the opportunity to be hands-free if possible. And $16.50 for a bag that you can top handle, crook of the arm, shoulder carry, and crossbody, I think that's very worthwhile. It's a versatile piece, and for such a staple, I think it is still a worth it item. So now a slightly controversial piece maybe is the Louis Vuitton key pouch. And this little pouch is currently $270 before tax in the US, and it was originally $225 before the price increase went up. Now $225 to $270 is a pretty big jump, but the reason I say that this piece is still worth it, even though it's an additional $50, is because of what it is, what it can be used for, and also comparatively what other things of the same type cost. Now, as many of you may know, this is a little pouch, basically. It's got a zip and it's got a key ring in it. So you are able to use this as a bag charm. You're able to use this inside of bigger bags as like a little mini catch-all. You can use it as a wallet or a coin purse. A lot of people do use this as a full wallet, as carrying cards, carrying cash, and carrying coins. You can, of course, use it to hold your keys, and that's what I use mine for. And it's a very versatile piece because of the size, because of the zipper, and because of the sides that aren't just flat, that allow it to slightly expand when things are in it. So you can hold kind of a lot within this piece. Now, comparatively, if you think about the Louis Vuitton card holders, those are $220 right now. They used to be $215 a couple weeks ago, but there was a sneak $5 price increase that Louis Vuitton didn't tell anyone about. Those are $220, and so for $60 additional dollars, you get a piece that can hold quite a lot more, has a zipper so you can hold things like loose change within it, has a key ring so you can hook it on stuff or hook things on it, and it offers a lot more for $270 as opposed to $220 for a flat card holder. If you're looking at other brands for the exact same item, Gucci has a key pouch kind of like this one. The GG Supreme key pouch, which is again a canvas key pouch with a zip and a key ring, Gucci sells that for $320. So that's a $50 difference for a Gucci piece versus an LV. They're both canvas, they both have a zip, they both have the key ring. $320 for the Gucci one, $270 for the LV piece. So comparatively, I think that is still a reasonable deal for what this is. And now say we want to bring Chanel into it, a regular flat card holder from Chanel will run you $425. $270 for something with a zip that you can hold a lot in versus a flat card holder with, I think, 4 card slots maximum from Chanel. Obviously, if you want the Chanel piece, you're going to go for the Chanel piece. But if you want just a card holder, especially something that can have multiple functions, I think $270 for the Louis Vuitton clay is not bad. And I think really what people are mostly hung up on right now is the fact that it used to be $225, and that is completely valid. If it was $225 originally and then the next day it's $270, that's a big sticker shock, you know. But if this piece had been $270 for a year or two, I think that it would be much more reasonable for people to stomach. Again, I don't think $270 is a completely crazy price for Louis Vuitton for this item. I just think that because it used to be $225 so recently, that's why it seems like $270 is such an enormous number. Back to bags, another bag that I think is still very worth it for what it is the Nano Speedy for $1,180. Now the Nano Speedy actually did not go up in the last Louis Vuitton price increase, so there's talk that it might go up in the next price increase, just saying. But for $1,180, you get a little bag, and again, it is a mini bag, but it actually fits a lot. I don't personally own the bag, and it is kind of harder to get a hold of, though it's been easier for people to get a hold of recently. So just check with your CAs, call client services, check the website, but it seems to be a little bit easier to get a hold of right now. And this mini bag actually fits a decent amount. I've seen a lot of what fits that show that it can fit a decent sized phone, a compact wallet or a card holder, keys, a coin pouch, all those sort of things. There's a YouTuber, Amber Ashley, who just recently got the Nano Speedy, and she does a really good job about showing what fits inside of it. So I'd recommend her video. I'll link her video in the channel down below. Now, one thing about the Nano Speedy I will say is that it does have a fairly long crossbody strap that is not adjustable and not removable. And for a lot of people, that is a deal breaker, and I totally understand that. If you are not the right size and shape for it to fall the way you want it to on your body, it can be pretty long, I think, is what the problem usually is for people. And I've actually seen a lot of people talk about, like, I will get this bag, would I cut off the strap? I don't personally think that there's a lot of sense in buying a bag that you have to damage in order to use it. But if you buy the bag and you own the bag and you want to cut off the strap, I mean, power to you. Go do that thing, and that's what you want to do. That's perfectly valid too. But for people who don't like the fact that the strap is not adjustable or not removable, that's just something to keep in mind. And so it might not be a bag worth it to you because you might not be able to utilize it in the way you want because the strap is just something that you'd have to fight with. But it's an option, and it is something that for the price point, like under $1,200, is pretty reasonable for a Louis Vuitton, especially for a Louis Vuitton bag. Another mini bag that I would recommend, and I think actually though Louis Vuitton classifies it as a WOC, a wallet on chain, is the Felicie Pochette, which I cannot pronounce, so I'm sorry if I keep messing that up. The Felicie Pochette. The Felicie Pochette. I'm going to try my best here. But this item actually is 4 pieces, really, when you think about it, because there's the actual bag part. It comes with 2 inserts and it has a detachable chain. So you can use all these pieces separately or together for the actual bag part. The bag itself is a fairly small bag because it is technically a wallet on chain and it's not very deep, but I have tried it on in store and it can fit a regular phone as well as like a card holder and a key holder. So it can carry the essentials. It also comes with 2 inserts. It comes with a long card insert and a long zipped pouch, which you can hold bills or coins in. So you get those pieces that you can use within the Felicie itself, or you can use those separately in other bags. And it also comes with a chain. Now this is a Louis Vuitton chain that is detachable. So again, you can use this chain on other items too. And so 4 pieces for $1,170, which again is under $1,200 before tax. That's not too bad, I think. If you think about other wallet on chains from Gucci, from Saint Laurent, from Chanel, you're definitely going to get more for your money with under $1,200 item that has all these options and inserts versus even say a Saint Laurent wallet on chain. For what you get for under $1,200, I think the Felicie Pochette is a good option for a smaller piece if you want one. Next, the Neonoe MM in empreinte leather. And the reason I'm saying that this piece is worth it, and it's actually my only leather piece in this list, is because this item actually went down in the last price adjustment / increase. The Neonoe MM, specifically in empreinte leather, was originally $2,700. After what was for the most part a price increase, this bag went down to $2,390, over $300 less than what it was originally. So if you are interested in the Neonoe MM in empreinte leather specifically, I would definitely suggest getting it now before Louis Vuitton raises the price again, which they will inevitably do. Next up is another potentially controversial item, and that is this piece right here, the mini pochette accessoire. Now this piece was originally $365 before the price increase, and it went up to $445, an $80 increase. And this got a lot of people incensed, and rightly so. An $80 increase on this little pouch, making it almost $450 before tax, is a pretty big jump, and you don't have to think about it to know that it is a pretty big jump. However, I'm going to go back to my logic for the key pouch and say that for what this piece is, $445 isn't the worst thing in the world comparatively. Now, for $445, forget that it used to be $365 because that'll just make you mad. You'll get this little pouch right here, and it is a decent sized pouch for what it is. It's got a very nice zip. It's got a lot of hardware. This is the Damia bean, so it's got this really beautiful red interior, and it comes with a chain that is detachable on one side. And so you can attach it to this side to make it a wristlet, or you can use it as like a little mini top handle bag. And a lot of people will add a longer chain to these two little rings to make it fully a mini bag that they can wear crossbody. A lot of people use this item as a catch-all in their bags, again as a mini bag like I just said, and it's a pretty versatile piece, especially for how big it is and what it can fit in it. And a lot of people consider this a staple in their luxury collection if they are at all interested in Louis Vuitton. They like to use this as a starter piece, as a catch-all. It's a really good item to have. Now again, this piece is $445, and in Louis Vuitton's ecosystem, the most comparable item is probably the Toiletry 15. The Toiletry 15 currently retails for $490 as opposed to $445. The Toiletry 15 is roughly the same size as the mini pochette. It's a little bit taller and slightly wider, I think, and it does have that wipeable lining. And there are a number of videos on YouTube comparing the two, actually, and I believe Amber actually has another video that compares the mini pochette to the Toiletry 15, so if I find that, I will also link it below. Now, I believe that the Toiletry 15 does in fact fit a little bit more than the mini pochette, not a lot more, but like slightly, just because of the measurements of it, but it also doesn't come with a chain or these two rings. So if you wanted to use it as a little mini bag, you kind of have to MacGyver your own method of doing so. And I know that some people have inserts, but the inserts don't allow the bag to actually close, and there are just a number of things that make the Toiletry 15 harder to make into a mini bag if you were so inclined to make it into a mini bag. Whereas with the mini pochette, all you need is a chain, and then boom, you're done, because it's pretty much done for you. So for $445, you get this little pouch, you get a mini bag. There's a lot less fuss in utilizing it as said mini bag versus the Toiletry 15, which is more and kind of performs the same function. Now again, the only really big difference is that the Toiletry 15 has a wipeable lining, whereas the mini pochette does not. It's a lining that if you spill something on it, you can try to wipe it clean, but it might not be as easy. So something to keep in mind if you're looking for specifically a toiletry pouch. But if you're doing just a comparison between the two, I'd still say that the mini pochette is a better buy. Now, if you wanted to compare this to another brand, for instance, say Chanel, the closest comparative I can think of for the mini pochette is the mini O case or mini O pouch, and that retails for $550, so over $100 more than the mini pochette. The mini O pouch is also smaller than the mini pochette width-wise, and of course it doesn't come with a chain, so you can't use it as you would the mini pochette for anything that needs a chain. So it's another catch-all piece, and it's very beautiful. It's a Chanel item, of course, but in terms of utility, the mini O pouch is still kind of a better buy, not to mention that it's canvas, so it cleans a lot easier than leather does. Again, like I said with the key pouch, if you compare what the mini pochette currently is to what it used to cost, you're going to have a lot more reservations because of the $80 price difference. But if you look at it just as costing $445 for what it is, it's still not bad. And finally, the last item on my list is the multi-pochette accessoire. Now, I have a few reasons for why the multi-pochette accessoire is on this list. And first and foremost, it is for what you get, kind of with the Felicie. Now the multi-pochette accessoire, and I might just call it the MPA because that's way easier to say, did go up in the last price increase and is currently $2,050, up from when it was in the 1900s. But for what you get, that's still not a bad deal. Most of you are probably familiar with what the multi-pochette accessoire looks like. I already forgot to call it the MPA, whatever. And that is a three-piece item with a canvas strap. It's got the mini pochette, it's got the pochette accessoire, it's got the coin purse attached to the top, and of course the strap that links it all together, and several chains that link the things together that each item comes with. And it's kind of a little bit of a Frankenstein piece, if you will. That's not a negative. I'm just saying that it's kind of a lot of items mashed together. It's a utility look, you know, that got very popular in 2019, 2020. And some people might say that, you know, all you're getting for $2,050 is 3 items linked together by a strap. Like, what's up with that? It's kind of silly. However, the multi-pochette accessoire as a completed unit is actually less expensive than all these pieces separately. So again, the multi-pochette is made up of technically 4 items. You've got the mini pochette, the pochette accessoire, the round coin purse, and the strap connecting them all together. The mini pochette and the pochette accessoire are both slightly bigger than the items that are sold on their own. So the multi-pochette mini pochette is bigger than the regular mini pochette. How many times can I say pochette? Too many times, but so you know what I mean. And the pochette accessoire is also a bigger version of the sold separately pochette accessoire. I hope this is easy to follow. But my point is, the mini pochette is currently $445. The pochette accessoire is currently $790, and the bandolier strap, which does come with a round coin purse if you buy it separately, is $930. 445 plus 790 plus 930 equals $2,165, $2,165, which is $150 more than the pochette accessoire as a unit. So the pochette accessoire is $250, and if you buy all the pieces separately and combine them yourself, you'd be paying $2,165. So if you think about it, it's a better price point to buy the multi-pochette accessoire on its own, and if that's a piece that you're interested in, then it is very worthwhile because you can also take it apart and use those pieces separately. So if you wanted to get the bag and then you also wanted a mini pochette, you could just take your multi-pochette accessoire apart for that time being, use the mini pochette, and put it back, and you've got the bag again. Voila, there you go. It's a very multifunctional, multi-purpose piece. Ultimately, that's what I think worth it means. Something that is a reasonable price point for you for what you're paying, and that you can really utilize in as many ways as possible. If an item is within a reasonable cost for what it is, and you can use it, especially if you can use it in multiple ways, then that item really is worth it to you if it's the price point you're willing to pay. And so that's why these items are all on my list. For what they are, what they cost, and what you can use them for, I think that they are indeed all worth it. What about you? Do you have any of these pieces, or do you want any of these pieces, and do you think that they are worth it, or do you have a differing opinion? I'd love to know. And also, if you think that there are pieces that I did not mention that are worth it, I'd love to hear your reasons why. Please leave a comment down below. Oh, and as a quick side note, and continuing with the Louis Vuitton theme, I am actually currently hosting a giveaway right now. The giveaway is for this key pouch and Damier Bean, and I will link the giveaway video up above and down below so that if you're interested in entering to win, you can just follow the instructions in that video. The giveaway runs until February 28th, 2021. If you like this video, please do like it because it super duper helps the algorithm, and subscribe for more content because it helps the algorithm even more. Hit the notification bell too. I'm not completely on a schedule for when I upload videos, so if you hit the notification bell, you will get notified when I upload videos as I upload videos, and especially for a price increase video, it might be worthwhile to know things as soon as I get them up. I hope that you enjoyed this little video and that it was interesting to you, or at least entertaining. It was really cool to get people asking me for a video, so if you have a video idea in mind, please do leave a comment down below or DM me on Instagram. I'd love to hear it, and I would love to make more videos for you, so win-win in all cases. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Now, after what was a price increase for most pieces, the empreinte leather version went down to $2,000. No. Your tail is in the shot. Your tail is always in the shot.